Hey folks, and welcome back to Above the Line. This is round 2 with Geoff Frazer. Geoff, welcome back. How are you, mate?
Good, rested after round 1.
There we are, mate. We've had our minute's rest. Here we go again. So to start this round, I want to ask you about the first time you worked a corner, if you can remember it, and how that felt for you.
First time I worked a corner. That would have been, it was at a corporate fight show in Lutwich.
Yeah.
And I just got randomly asked to help in the corner.
Oh, really? Having never done it before?
I've never done it before. I was like, all right, cool. And then it was a big heavyweight. I think they called him the Axe or something. He's a footy player, like big Islander boy.
Yeah.
Anyway, he actually, what I told him worked. I said, just go high, low, and then roll the bolo, the Samoan special.
When you stopped him,
He
the
fucking
Samoan
banged.
special.
Yeah. It was actually Shane Tilliard, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Shane Tilliard actually ended up fighting Kimbo Slice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that was the first,
I do know who he is. Yeah, I was trying to think.
The first time I worked a corner was actually with him.
Oh, that's hectic.
That was pretty cool. And
so you had a very good experience for your first.
Yeah.
Oh, I said, this job's easy.
Yeah, well, I said, I'm Mystic Mac. What do they call Mystic Mac?
That's
Just
hectic.
do this and it'll work, and it happens. I'm like, hey.
That's perfect start. Okay, well, let's go the other end of the spectrum. Tell us about a night that things didn't work out, and what's your biggest mistake what's your biggest mistake as a coach that you've made, and what did it teach you, and what have you changed since then?
Oh, okay, biggest mistake. Believing a fighter. No, when a fighter's telling you they got a bit of a niggle and they say it's just a bit of a niggle, I'm realising now that sometimes they're too tough for their own good.
Yeah.
So and they'll fight no matter what sometimes. Yeah. So a bit of a tough lesson to learn. Like, had a fighter go in riddled with injury and then was a shell of himself going into a fight. Yeah. And I look at it and go, probably should next time go, nah, if they got a niggle, go to a fucking professional. Get it looked at, because then you'll find out how bad things actually are. Yeah.
It's obviously you feel bad about that, but it's a tough line. Like you said, some fighters hide the injury until afterwards, and then they tell you, I dislocated it a week ago or something. So
then it looks like they're making excuses. But I was sitting on Xavier Fletcher, for example, mate. He probably shouldn't have fought that last fight. Went in with a torn ligament in his right foot, right ankle. It was like he just wasn't himself. Yeah. I'm looking at going in a fight that I believe he should have stopped the guy.
So what did you learn from that? Is it just that get a professional opinion?
Get a professional opinion. Like, if there's got a niggle, normal fighters are, they're used to being sore, they're used to being banged up, and I'm like, just seek professional opinion. Yeah. Like, just because then what they think might be nothing could be super serious, and then all of a sudden that's affecting your career. There's all these things. It's like you can't go into things not underdone or just with serious injury. A torn ligament. On your base. That's a bad
worst
injury.
Possible place to have it as well.
Yeah. And going into a fight with that when you can't move, you can't do anything, it's like, then you put yourself at a disadvantage straight away.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, life lesson there. So, don't listen to fighters.
Well, yeah, it's true. But then it also goes on the other end of the spectrum where some fighters who have that little mental battle going on, and I always struggle with my mindset, and that it wasn't until fight week or something that I was finally fully confident and believing in myself. The smallest of thing would drive me mad, and I'd start, is this going to be the reason I lose the fight, and drive myself mad? So some fighters, it's the opposite end of the spectrum where you have to toughen them up. It's
that's
such a challenge.
And every fighter is different. And I'll say, for example, Xavier, mate, he's a human. He's more of a machine than he is man. He's just too tough for his own good. But other fighters, they got a niggle, and it's like, wait a second. And it's like, he's all of a sudden that's sore, and I'm saying, but he's doing everything perfectly. So, So you work it out as you go. So,
just if it is that sort of, like you said, professional opinion is probably the best.
Definitely
option.
Professional opinion is the best.
Yeah. Cool. So, tell me, your fighter is 6 rounds deep in a 10-rounder, and they're struggling like mad, and they come back to the corner, and you know that your words might be the difference between them now going out and winning and losing. How do you approach that situation as far as your mindset and what you tell the fighter? Are you calm? How do you do it?
Again, it depends on the fighter. Some fighters I know, they do not respond to yelling, screaming.
Yeah.
Some fighters, you just got to remind them of a certain fighter that they idolise.
Yeah.
As it depends on the individual, but sometimes I've had some where I said, it's Mike Tyson, and they're like, and then all of a sudden you see them lift. Yeah. Or someone, you got to remind them of why they do it, or you got to remind them of the training they've done. You just got to give them a little reminder of, hey man, you've done the work, you've been here before, and then you watch them lift. It's just knowing your fighter inside out. It's different strokes, different folks, man.
Have you ever had a fighter that's looks like they're on the verge of quitting, and you've had to do that, and you've found a way to pep them up and get them to come back from the brink of defeat?
Yeah, definitely. It's more like it's their reason. It's their why.
Yep.
You know their why, and like because some guys' why is fame and fortune. Some guys' why is their kids.
Yeah.
Some guys' why is just to prove to themselves. Like it's just you just got to know their why, and then if you can remind them, that's normally enough to get them over.
Yeah. It's I'm studying to be a life coach at the moment, and that's one of the massive parts is helping people dig deeper so they really truly understand their why. Because if you ask most people what their dream is, like, I want to win the lottery, and it's like, okay, why? What do you actually want from that? I want a big house. Why? What is it that will give you?
Some don't know those answers, but it's just like, you spend enough time with someone enough, and you ask the right questions, you'll find it.
You know what buttons to press and
to
get the best out of them is so true.
Oh, 100%. Like I've been bad. I've hit my fighters in the corner. It's probably the worst thing.
Come back expecting a drink, you get one of them.
Sorry, Austin. Even though he was winning the fight, he got a slap in the face.
What works, man.
Yeah.
Did he win the fight?
Yeah, it was against that. What was his name? Pluto.
Oh yeah.
Mate, he come back after he tried to blast him out. He wasn't listening at all, and he's come back tight, and it was like, boom in the corner, and then the whole Con Wallace's crowd were like. I had to apologise to him after that, but it snapped him out of it real quick.
Yeah, it does, man. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, especially if you know your fighter and you know that's it. Because I know
Austin sometimes the ears are painted on, so it was more of a boom. It was like, you listening? Yep. It woke him up. So yeah, sorry, Austin.
Have you ever had a night that didn't work out and the game plan fell apart? And what did that teach you, if that is the case that's happened?
Oh, that's what I was saying. That last thing I was talking about, that was the game plan with old Xavier's last fight. Dominic Molinaro. Just a volume puncher, just keeps coming, and Xavier's gone into that fight with the torn ligament in his back foot, which we had no idea about. Now he's in a moon boot, and he broke his hand in the second round. I'm sitting going like, fuck. It was a tough life lesson, but he couldn't do anything I was getting him to do. Like, go with him, do this, do that. His body just couldn't do it. And congratulations to Dom. He's now the Australian champion.
Yeah.
So,
will we be seeing a rematch, or is that something that's going to happen down the line?
Well, mate, Xavier's out for now. He's in a moon boot. He's had an operation on his ankle, his hands.
Oh, Jesus.
He's had an operation on his hand, so we probably won't be seeing him back until March next year.
Oh, that's a sick now. That's a sick.
But that's the thing. Like, too tough for his own good. If we hadn't known that, probably we wouldn't have been in that situation now. So.
Fighters, listen to this advice. If you're injured, man, see a professional.
Yeah, man. Yeah, don't be too tough for your own good.
Yeah.
So, and that's the thing. It's a good thing, but it's a bad thing. Strength can become a weakness.
Yeah, it's always the way. I noticed you were saying to one of your guys earlier, who's clearly a big puncher, don't get caught up in your biggest attribute because it's going to cause you problems.
Yeah.
If you get caught chasing, you're going to gas yourself out.
It's your go-to, but normally the guy's biggest strength becomes the biggest weakness because they just go to it too much.
Yeah.
I'm
relying on it.
Good lesson to learn.
Yeah. So you obviously, you've already named some of the great fighters that you're fighting on the domestic scene. You're basically Tasman fighters. All your fighters are Tasman fighters card at the moment.
Put me on the payroll, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
100K a year, that's not minimum.
So you're obviously killing it, but there's a lot of years gone into that for you to get to this point. If you could go back in time now and give yourself advice when you were first starting out that would have sped up the process, what would you have told yourself?
Oh, jeez. Speed up the process, all that sort of stuff. Oh, look, it's been a big learning curve. I've been pretty vocal from the get-go. When I first started, I said it's going to be the shape-up takeover.
Yeah.
But I'm a bit of a believer in say it, believe it, achieve it.
Yep.
Probably, I don't know. Would I do anything differently? Probably not. No, I was just like, I probably ruffled a few feathers with being so outspoken.
Yeah.
Probably could have chosen my words a bit more wisely, just being not so in your face.
Yeah.
But at the same token, I was like, it's everything I've said is coming true.
The unfortunate part is I don't know if I agree with that because I feel like you probably said what you felt at the time, and we're human, and
well, there's no malice or anything in any of the things I've said, but I got such a high belief in what I do. And my fighters, and
boxing's an emotional sport, man. We've all been there.
I look at it and go, if you don't back your fighters and you can't say it, then do you really believe in it?
Yeah, and also you're doing it for the betterment of the sport. If you believe there's an injustice or something, too many people do the opposite of what you're saying, and they sit back and they grumble in their gym, and I'm like, do something about it. Speak. If we all spoke, then it would get noticed. Well, people because most of the time it's all the same stuff. If you speak to, I go around and chat with coach all the time, and the little rants that we do have are almost always on the same subject. So it's there's obviously an issue there. So I don't see.
Well, my thing is, I just said, look, I just back my guys, and I believe in what I do, and I'm like, if people don't like hearing it, well, Mate, turn off the radio station.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
But,
in this day and age, unfollow, job done. Bye.
Yeah, but I look and go, it's just one of those things where it's more of a self-belief thing, and I do believe in saying, like, sometimes you gotta just say what you believe.
Yeah.
And then also, I might put more pressure on my fighters, but I think they need that pressure.
Yeah.
If you're gonna make it on that top level,
Yeah.
I think you need to have that kind of, like, hey, someone's got to believe in you.
Yeah.
Sometimes their parents don't believe in them. Sometimes their friends don't believe in them. But if you've got a coach that believes in you, and then it's just, you're going to do this, and then you start doing it.
It's kind of like the law of attraction, but from the non-hippie sense, like basically say it, believe it, and suddenly you might have a chance of achieving it in the same. Act like you're going to be a champion.
I completely believe in that. I'm sitting there going, some of the things I've said have come true. Like, and I'm like, well, because I visioned it, I spoke about it, and then I just worked towards it, and it's crazy, man. I'm 100% believer in that.
Yeah.
And I look at the power of mind is a very powerful thing.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I look at it and go, but you really got to believe it.
Yeah.
You can't just say it. You've got to really believe it, and you've got to be doing the steps to follow through with it. So I'm big on that, and I'm 100% like created all this for me.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. I couldn't agree more with you. Like, exactly what you said. If you can't say it, you obviously don't believe it yourself. So you're already halfway out the door. Yeah. And if you don't live like the person you want to be, how are you ever going to become the person you want to be?
And that's all just state of mind.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you got to get your own fighters. They got to believe in themselves. Like, it's all mental state, and I believe that you got to already believe that you're a world champion. You got to believe you're the best in the world. You got to believe these things, and you got to have no doubt in your mind whatsoever. Yeah. Because then you watch things that start happening. Because then you're doing everything day to day to achieve that goal. Small steps, but because you're in that state, you're going to get there. Yeah. And I'm a massive believer in that.
Perfect response. Before we get on to the bold pick, one more question. Describe your coaching style in terms of the way you speak to your fighters. Are you aggressive? Are you calm? What kind of coach are you?
Adaptive,
good answer, yeah.
Adaptive, because I look at it and go, what works for one won't work for another. But also it's got to be simple. There's many ways you can say something to someone, but you know that they won't get it. But then how do I approach it? And as I said, you've got to adapt to what's in front of you. So my thing is, I'll say one thing, like, you do this way, I could be talking another language to that.
Yeah.
Some are visual, some are not many. But it's like, you got to be able to see it.
Yeah,
you got to be able to feel it. You got to be able to understand it. So I say the who, what, when, where, why. Yeah. And eventually something will get through. So as I say, it's being adaptive.
Yeah, I think I couldn't agree more with you. Exactly what you said. Like, some guys, you physically show them and they've got it first time round. Other guys, you can show them 100 times and then you I don't know, put them in position with your hands and think, oh, yeah, there it is, I felt that. And then, so it is that
like a certain word or a certain cue. I like to say cues.
Cues are great.
So certain cues, because then that cue can mean a lot of things. Yeah. And then they'll work around those cues. Yeah. And then, I honestly, I learnt that from Queensland cricket. It's all about cue words. Yeah. They'll work out what works for them. Yeah. And then eventually, like I said, their style of boxing is their personality. Yeah. I'll show them the fundamentals and they'll work on all these different aspects, but they'll start putting those things together, and then what cue will work for this person won't work for the other. And then they'll learn those cues, and all of a sudden it's a very simple sport at the end of the day. Positioning is like, but those cue words that'll get them to execute, that's the difference.
Perfect. Perfectly said. For round two's bold pick, I have a sneaky suspicion I know which person you're going to pick in this one. Floyd Maweather versus Sugar Ray Leonard. Who wins? It's a tough one.
That's a tough one, but I'm going to say Floyd Maweather.
Surprise.
No, I'll be honest. My old man, I respect my old man a lot, because like he's sort of shaped me into the way I am today with a lot of things. But he's been a mad boxing fan his whole life. Yep. And he goes, mate, I love Sugar Ray Leonard and all this stuff. I've watched him years and years. He goes, but I just don't know how he could beat Floyd. Yeah. He goes, that guy, mate, how do you beat someone you can't hit? Yeah. And he goes, his control and all this stuff. So he goes, I think Floyd would have had him.
How does he win? How would he win?
Points. It's a close fight. I think Leonard had success early until he works him out, and then he takes away his best attributes and then slowly breaks him down and just outpoints him.
This is not on my list of questions, but now I'm intrigued. Do you think there's any boxer in and around that weight through history that could have beat Floyd Mayweather, or is he the number one for you?
I would say, like, I'm a Flomo. But I just look at from a boxing perspective, I look at what he does in his control game, and his ability to outthink a guy is the thing that I go, that's something special. And like I think Terence Crawford's another one like that. But I've watched Crawford's highlights and I've watched Mayweather's highlights going through. And I think Floyd's on another level, to be honest.
Yeah. I probably agree with you on that one. I think if you watch, like you said, if you watch the details, his screws are probably just a touch tighter.
Just a touch tighter.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's one of those things. It's hit and not get hit, man. He's just so good at it.
Yeah.
So.
Perfect. And for the practical for round 2, I'm a beginner. I walk in the gym for the first time this week. Are you happy to show me a couple of little things that you would teach a beginner for the first time in the gym?
Yeah, we got to crawl before we walk, man.
Exactly. Let's do it. Yeah.
All right, so from day dot, when I teach a beginner, they're not even throwing a punch. I'm more about just getting their base right first. So they've got to learn how to crawl before they walk. Essentially, so I'm going to teach you, you're a beginner, you first walked into the gym, never boxed a day in your life. I'm a bit the opposite. I'm not going to go, all right, you lefty or a righty. I'm going to say, let's see which way naturally you stand. So you might be a right-handed, but you want to stand left-handed. Like, there's no wrong or right way. Like, so Austin and Paulo, they're right-handed southpaws.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah.
So is Darragh. So is Darragh.
So that's it. Oh, Bruce Lee used to do that as well, but name one of Bruce Lee's opponents.
Very true.
Yeah. All right, so I just go feet shoulder width apart. Let's close your eyes. You trust me? You shouldn't. Natural southpaw.
Oh, really?
So the reason I do that, so then I go, okay, well, Ben used to follow orthodox or southpaw.
I was orthodox, but I switched it.
Okay, cool. So I just see which way they'd actually stand. Then I go, all right, front foot points at the target. Back foot should be able to pass the soccer ball. Now, the reason I do that is from the time in the Greek times when they used boxing first ever evolved, they had a shield and knife. But also, they can't push me back if that's at 90 degrees. That's the strongest position I can be in my stance.
Yeah.
And then from there, I like to front foot points to the target. Imagine there's a draw behind me. I push the draw. Yeah, that's it. Rear hand comes under like a catcher's mitt. Under here. Heads towards your back knee. 70-30. That's it. Now look through your eyebrows. Cool. I'll tilt that head so we're a bit here. My eyes want to be level. If my eyes are going like this, I'm going to fall over that way. Yeah. So that's it. I just keep that catcher's mitt there. That's your stance, ladies and gents.
Oh.
That's the shape up stance. The lead arm, I don't mind. They can have their hand here, they can have their hand here. I don't mind. That jab can come from anywhere. It could be here, here, here. As long as my head's off that line and I'm nice and strong with that base, I'm happy. Boom.
There we go, folks.